I've been deployed overseas 3 times. 2012 to Afghanistan, 2015 to East Africa, and then 2018 to Iraq. Each time I've deployed has been a different experience. So in 2012, we were over in Afghanistan for a number of months, really in one of the busiest spots in Afghanistan, you could term it. Helmand province, which is in the southwest part of Afghanistan. It was very active when we were there. Our primary mission is personnel recovery or combat rescue. So we were doing a lot of casualty evacuation. We were on alert for normally 12 hours a day, where sometimes we would have very, very little notice to go out and do a mission. So the most difficult thing out of that deployment was being on that 12-hour heightened period where you're always ready to go. It pretty much took only 72 hours for me to get back from that environment to the United States. And we were given a very short briefing on reintegration. We were told that it's a process, not an event, pretty much. And that was pretty much it. And then they said, well, you're on 2 weeks of leave, don't come back to the base. So it was literally, I would find myself some days at home just kind of sitting, like waiting for something to happen because you're so used to hearing that call over the radio for scramble, 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 and everyone running to the helicopters and going into who knows what. So the first few days were really difficult, where I was just kind of like, okay, I'm up. I'm waiting for something to happen. Nothing's happening. Oh, wait, you need to make things happen now. 2018 was my most significant experience, I think, with any sort of support network. We unfortunately lost a helicopter with the entire crew. About 2 weeks before I was scheduled to deploy. The majority of individuals, I would say, within my squadron are very supportive. You know, everyone understands whether you go to an on-base source or off-base. Everyone understands, especially after the helicopter crash in 2018, where we lost that crew, that people needed that assistance. There are some people who do stigmatize it. So, for example, we had a higher ranking officer at one point remark that our squadron was showing as he put it, and this is a popular buzzword these days, was showing a lack of resiliency. And it was probably within 6 months, I would say, of the crash occurring. That hit a lot of people the wrong way. Two people can go through the same event, and one person can process it very quickly and move on, and the other person can have a completely different reaction and consider that a traumatic event. Yeah, so I haven't been formally diagnosed with it. I know people who have been diagnosed with it. The best way I heard it described was that it is a normal reaction to an abnormal series of events. These people are not they're not broken, they're not weak. It's they may need some help, moving beyond that, but these people aren't broken. There's again that stereotype of the broken veteran who we want to portray all the time as like the victim and sympathetic towards, and there are people out there who do need advanced levels of help. I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but that's not the majority of people who get out of the military. Families really are not talked about quite a bit. No one told me what to expect. No one told my wife what to expect. So there's different stressors in all of that, and I think they're also at risk for mental health issues, because there's whenever I'm deployed, or whenever anyone's deployed, their family is back at home, wondering, waiting, what's going on. We're regular people dealing with, in some cases, some very extraordinary challenges or events, and we're getting through life.